Morning, folks. It is Saturday, March 21st, 2020. Going live here. It is a little overcast, a little decent out. We're going to see if we can go through a couple deals. This week has been pretty crazy. This was the first week the kids have been home for the corona. My corona. So we've been dealing with that. My wife's been luckily home to help me out with that. A lot of stuff has changed in the past week. It was the previous week we got news that the kids were off all this week, and supposedly till the end of March. And then by Monday or Tuesday, so Monday they came out, the city of Fishers, which is where I'm at, came out, the mayor came out and said that we were in a state of emergency, and so travel was supposed to be pretty much limited. I guess it's a step under martial law for you conspiracy theorists out there. Let's see here. By Tuesday, man, this week has gone by so quick and so much has changed. I think it was by Tuesday we got notification. Let me try and think about the timelines here. Tuesday we got notification. I don't know. One of these days we got notification that the kids were going to be out until May 1st, not April 1st. We also got notification that no evictions are supposed to happen. I don't think they're supposed to be happening until May 1st. We've been trying to figure out what we're going to do with our tenants because obviously this is a very trying time. A lot of people are getting really reduced hours. A lot of businesses are closing, laying off people, shuttering doors. This is not news to anybody, so I'm just kind of hashing it in my own head. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to handle it because we're going to have some residents who are going to have some difficulties ahead. We're going to have to figure out how to work with them. We want to work with them. We want to make sure that everybody is happy and healthy and all that sort of stuff. But obviously there's limits to that sort of stuff. We've had we've had one person who sent us an email that they were supposed to be moving out by the end of the month. We've actually had quite a few people who told us that they were not renewing their leases and were moving out at the end of this month, and now they're coming back and saying that they need an extra month or two. We're going to try and work through that. We had one person who decided to be a little passive aggressive and a little blurb at the end of her email, basically like, I can't move out at the end of the month. And I don't even remember how she worded it, but I mean, it was really like, given current laws and federal, mandates, you need to be aware of this stuff. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Come on now. Way to be passive aggressive and, try and intimidate us. We get a lot of people who think they know the law, but they don't. I'm in this business. I'm a professional. I'm licensed. I have to do, ongoing study every year. What do they call it? I forget what it is. But basically, every year I have to do, 16 or 30 hours of study and taking tests and stuff like that to make sure that I'm up on the latest, greatest, laws and rules and regulations. Obviously we know the law better than most. And I also work with a lot of other local investors and a lot of other local property managers. Anyways, so we've been working through it. It's been a crazy week. Not a lot accomplished. Just trying to deal with everything that's going on. And we're just getting hit by little fires and stuff like that. So anyways, enough about this. Today we're going to try and go through a couple of videos, assessments, properties that have gone vacant, do some of that sort of stuff. We're going to also, if you guys are online, you can ask me questions. I'd be happy to go over whatever I know, how we're dealing with stuff. Our residents who are in place now, we've offered that if they're able to pay their rent on time for April, or in April or in March if they're on a payment plan, then we're going to give them a discount, a 10% discount. So hopefully that'll help a lot of folks, that may be coming into some trial periods. And if you're not in a trial period, then it'll help you out, right? Hopefully you can spend that 10% on something else. Anyway, so we're going to work through it. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so this property here is one we just got back. Let's see here. Let me get my Evernote up. Let me give some not work out. I need scopes of work. We're going to create a scope of work. Obviously, this is 2194. Let me move one other screen around. I have it on a weird. So I can see if anybody asks me any questions. All right, let's see if we can get into this.
Get my flashlight.
Get your flashlight, Cole. Come on, Big Daddy.
Okay. Screen door is good.
Not too bad, not too bad so far. This is a lease that a person decided to not renew.
Weather protection right here. Got some loose trim over here.
Luckily, we're getting into the warmer days, so it's not as vital that we winterize properties and that we
All the front room really needs is just a final clean. Maybe paint the trim, some marks on those. Some decoration in this corner.
I thought it was a wasp nest or
We've
something.
got a little hole under the outlet right here. Take note.
Getting better, Cole. Nice closet.
Closet.
See, this is the way. Well, hopefully, I'm not going to jinx myself. Knock on wood. Hopefully, this place is this way throughout, so we can get it remarketed and re-rented super duper quick. She's been in there over a year. It's one of our investors out of. She moves around a lot.
Same for this room. Just paint up the trim.
Anyways, she's had a lot of bad luck with previous property managers. She brought it to us. She was just in a hurting mood. This is in her retirement account. And
this room might need to be touched up on all the walls. Looks like they're going to need to be touched up. It's got some marks on them. Look real close.
Anyway, so this is in her, I think either in her 401k or in her
Paint
IRA.
the walls and find the cleans all that room needs.
And she'd been with a previous property manager. She had been through a couple of evictions, quite a few rehabs because of evictions. And
we could use some touch up in the closet. The closet door.
So now we've got her back kind of
and
online. Had a tenant in there for a year. Hopefully, I was hoping it would last longer, but didn't. So we'll go to the next tenant, but property is in pretty decent shape. Cole's got a nice hat on. Look like a blue. If you were Canadian, I'd say toque. Good. Is that water running?
The bathroom's gonna need some paint in here. Got some marks on the walls. Right here under the toilet, next to this tub right here, it's gonna need some floor work. The floor's got water damage and it's sinking. Come to the toilet right here.
So we'll have to get that subfloor checked underneath that toilet.
Furnace and water heater.
Anybody on today? Or you guys all avoiding me? I've been lax in booking these these live streams, so I need to get better at booking them for each Saturday.
Got our kitchen.
Turn the light off, Cole. Nobody needs to see anything.
The cabinets are good. They all open and shut fine. They're just really old. It's real loose and shaky. You can see right here. It's a little loose. This trim back here isn't doing a good job of holding the countertop. The only thing that's really holding it is this trim down here.
That's the trim for holding the cabinets
But
in place?
other
The
than
countertops
that,
are
the
different.
cabinets are good. The kitchen is gonna need a touch up on the walls.
Okay, so again, more touch-ups are out. I need to check to see if I thought we had rented the
Yeah, and I forgot to mention it's not sealed very good, and
Needs to be
the
caulked right
paint's
there.
starting to leak. Or
It's starting
peel,
to
I mean. See it right there.
I need to check those cabinets.
And the caulk is starting to come off. We got 2 rooms. The trim in both rooms are going to need to be painted and touched up. Could paint this door too. It's got some markings on it, things like that. Get the trim in here, and the baseboard. This room's going to need to be painted. It's got marks all over the walls. This door is probably going to need painted too.
Trying to figure out, there's a lot of touch-ups throughout here. So typically, you know, we're charging, I forget, like $15 to $35 a touch-up. And then he said he had a room that gets repainted, and we usually generally charge a tenant. We charge $235 to redo the room. See how there's a bunch of touch-ups down here.
This is going to need to be painted over. This
So it looks like the bedrooms that the kids were in both need to be repainted.
This room's going to need painted. Get the baseboard. That's pretty much it. All this place really needs is a final clean, paint. I cleaned out this vent right here. Kind of built up.
So cold air
pretty
return
much
got
it.
filled up. Yeah, looks like it's a pretty decent shape. Ready to re-rent.
Interior.
Booyah.
This is an interior assessment video.
I got 2 videos for this house. What's the other one?
It says an exterior assessment of.
It's dark out. Why are you doing this stuff at night? Or in early morning? Yeah, come on. It's morning.
Stairway to the front.
This is the exterior assessment.
The screen right here on the inside is tore up. It's gonna need to be replaced. This side is good. It's up here. Got some holes in the siding. But the foundation doesn't look bad. It's holding strong. We could get extensions over here for this gutter. And
so
we've got this piece of wood right here hanging.
Yeah, we need to fix that.
Onto the gutter. Just needs to be nailed back up there.
So what we run into a lot of times is we put these gutter downspouts on these properties, and then I guess they either blow away or the tenant decides that they don't like to mow around them, so they get rid of them.
This window's good. Some of this wood right here starting to rot. This window's good. Got a screen. This is the only thing covering up the crawl space right here. Get extension for this gutter.
Hey, free bike. Missing a seat.
We've
Who wants a free bike?
Little storage room here in the back.
Yeah.
Got a big hole right here to be patched up. Window looks good over here. It's got a screen. Get a new gutter piece for this and an extension. AC unit. Window's good.
So this does have central air, so that's nice.
This window's kind of stuck open, but it closes and got this screen.
So I'm assuming he means that it will close. It just needs to be closed.
Looks like this screen here is busted in a little bit. It doesn't want to sit right.
That is us, it looks like, on the exterior.
And the roof looks strong.
Alright, so that's 16 minutes of that. I want to go back to the first video. Hold on a second here.
This is an gonna need a touch up on the walls.
So there is a stove and a fridge there. I just wanted to verify that.
The cabinets are good. Walls. The kitchen is gonna need a touch up on the wall.
You can't even see it that quick. He needs a better flashlight. That's all I can say. Let me look and see if that's electric or gas.
The kitchen is gonna need a touch up on the
I think it's gas.
walls.
He didn't go fast. He went too fast. Let's see if we got a better shot of it here in a little bit. Yep, gas stove. I think we had rented rented them a washer dryer, so I want to double check and see if that was something that we did. All right, so let's pull this up here. This is a 3-bedroom house. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3 bedrooms. Oops. Wrong screen. So this is all right, so we got to repair or replace a couple screens. I can't imagine that's going to be $50 even. I'm actually going to drop that down to 25 because there was the one that needs to be replaced, and then there was one that just needs to be reseated. So I mean that's going to literally take an hour. Run gutters away from home, so that's probably $100. Repair, replace soffits. I'm going to say like $250 because there was one spot where it needs to be reattached. That's probably just a screw. And then there was another spot where it was kind of broken a little bit, so we'll have to repair that. Clean out rear storage room. Hold on, my phone just went off. Let's see if it's important. Everybody wants to know if it's important. It's not important. Clean out the rear storage room. There was barely a little bit of junk in there, and mainly it was just building supplies. So I don't know, $75. Assess weather stripping on front door, $25. Actually, I'm just going to leave that one out because it can be handled by miscellaneous. Minor touch-ups throughout. Now, this one's the one I was kind of struggling on. Because there's a lot of rooms in there that need to be touched up. One room that needs to be repainted. So, there's probably not a full day here. But a couple of the rooms need to be repainted. But it should be our standard color, so I'm going to actually just pump that down to 150. I'm going to check the subfloor and bathroom. So this one here, it's probably, if we have to fix it, it's probably about $300. Caulk countertops is needed. That's a miscellaneous thing. Assess kitchen cabinets. So again, that's an assessment. We'll highlight that. I'm going to change that to assess subfloor and bathroom. Change that miscellaneous, maybe $150 worth of miscellaneous stuff, and then final clean, including cold air return, string $250. So what do we got here? Let's pull our numbers up. This is a cheap turn, I think. And most of the stuff is not attributed to tenants. So 25 plus 100 plus 250 plus 75 plus 150 plus 300 plus 150 plus 250. So $1,300. That's not bad. Not horrible, not great, but not horrible. But some of this stuff is not. Oh, I added in the 300, didn't I? So this is actually 1,000. Does not include highlighted items. I don't think anybody's on this morning. Good for you. I wanted to sleep in too, but I showed up. I didn't book it ahead of time, so you guys didn't know to show up, but I showed up. All right, so yes, about $1,000. Does not include the highlighted items. A couple of these are assessments. Some of this stuff, so this is more maintenance for the owner. It's not really the tenant's fault. Unless it was gone, we may have to go back and look and see if it was there at move-in. I don't know if it was or not. This is a owner item. This is most of the stuff that was there was just stuff left over from previous rehabs. Minor touch-ups, that was tenant related. Subfloor and bathroom, that's more owner related. So I mean, a lot of this was not tenant issues. So the final clean is also a tenant issue. So we'll have to come through and clean it really good. But I mean, they did a pretty good job of it. But that's just what our guy does. So all right. So typically this house would rent for $750, $800. So I mean, this is probably. I mean, I don't know what they paid for this house, but should we run cash flow analysis on this one? Oh, Allison's here. Hi, Allison. Let me pull up my web page. Should we run a cash flow analysis on this? Are you guys tired of cash flow analysis? This. Glad your tenant left the place looking decent. I know, right? Sometimes it happens. God willing. All right, so all right, there's that, and then let me pull up the other one here. Hi. Hold on, I'm just pulling this up. Okay, so they've changed our realist formula stuff here. I gotta try and figure out what they changed. Oh, this is not bad at all. Okay, so let's say it rents for $750 a month, right? That's a pretty typical. Actually, we could probably get 800 because it's got central air. 8% vacancy rate, so 1 month a year. I would still average at 10% at this point because we're still trying to. We have some minor ironing out of issues. 2% just to make it even, and 10% for that. Taxes on this property are pretty cheap, $770. Property insurance should be about $550. I should just set that as a default factor right there. So cash flow on this property, net operating income is $450 a month. That's pretty doggone good. I mean, that's really good. That's if you own it outright. Now, purchase price on this property. Let's see if we can see how much she paid for it. That's an assessed value. That's listing history. Was bought in 2016. Oh, this was part of the Ocean Point fiasco. Man, oh man. Looks like they bought it for 40, and I think we probably put 15 into it, so she got 55 into it. I think. I don't know. I'm just running numbers off the top of my head. I don't know if she's got a loan on it. $1,000 is what we're looking at here. Oh, I guess it's $1,200. That's probably going to be $1,500 because we're adding in the whatever. It's going to be $1,550. I don't know. Repair wise, after we figure in that subfloor, $1,300, and that would be another $260 on top. So it'll be $1,560 instead. She already bought it, so let's just leave it here. Assessed value, we're going to figure it out for tax purposes. Assessed value. Nice. The assessed value is very low, 31.4. Assessed land value on this property is 2,500. All right. So again, $450 a month is what we're making. We plug in. She's at 25% tax rate, then that actually brings her cash flow up to $490.95 roughly, about $491 a month. That's after depreciation and whatnot. Length of years. Let's say I just talked to a loan guy the other day. They will do a 30-year loan at like 4.5%. You got to put 70% down, or you got to put 30% down to get that rate. Otherwise, they would do 75% at 20 years at about the same interest rate. So that would make her payment $200.61. So that would bring her cash flow down to $249.39. Again, not bad at all. So that means that she could, if it appraised at, let's say, whatever, $55,000, she would be able to take a loan of $39,592. So she'd have $15,000 into it. So what's our cash on cash basis? That's a 17.64% return. It's already about almost a 10% return on just cap rate if she just owned it outright. So not bad. Not bad for an IRA, right? All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to go home and new form. All right, so we'll have that one for the next one. All right, let's go look at our next property. Let's see here. Is this an assessment video? Yeah, this is an assessment. Okay, so we won't do that one. We're doing some inspections on houses. Here's one we're just getting ready to list. There's one we're getting ready to. We just did a move-in on. That's an inspection again. I got a lot of these inspections here. Inspections. Yep, that's more promos. There's an inspection. There's an inspection. I think we did that one last week. Sorry, kids, I'm going through these. Did I already do a scope of work on that one? I did. All right. So I guess we're up to date. So I don't have a lot going on today. I got a lot of properties that are coming back at the end of this month, supposedly. Let me pull up my screen here so I can see what I'm seeing here. So anyway, so I guess this will be a short day, but I've got a lot of properties that are coming back at the end of this month, so we'll be getting a lot of assessment videos next week. I think we're supposed to have 12 vacancies. So that's one thing we could talk about. So we do a thing in the winter months from October until end of March. We basically, whenever we move someone in, nobody likes to move in the winter, right? So what we do is, and we don't like to rent properties out in the winter because it's a hard thing to do. So what we generally tend to do is from about October until March 31st, anyone who moves in, we move them in, and their lease goes until March 31st of the next year. So whatever. If they were moving in right now, they would be in until March 31st of 2021, right? So you do get into a situation where you get a lot of properties that come back on the end of March, right? You just got to work through those. Now, should we stagger those? Maybe in some of those in February, maybe in some of those in April, maybe. This is an evolving process, something that we do. It changes over time. This is the first year we've been hit with people who we had a lot that were renewing, but we had, like I said, I think we have 12 that are coming back at the end of this month. So it'll be a matter of getting them done fast. It's also a matter of going in early and doing inspection videos like you heard me talking about. We go out and do inspection videos on people that are moving out. We check to see, what's going to need to be done at that house. So then we can triage and come up with a game plan for whatever. April 1st, we got to go in and do a bunch of rehabs. We can get our crews planned, stuff like that. So that's what a lot of what we do right now is we just kind of plan out how we're going to handle these 12 that come in. We're running like 6 crews right now, 5 or 6 crews. So we've got help. We're getting stuff done a lot quicker. Even major rehabs are getting done a lot quicker. And so, a lot of that is coming to fruition. So if you have a property that you need someone to manage, we can do that for you. I forgot one thing I forgot to do. Allison, remind me. I got a friend of mine. She's on Fiverr and she's offering some deals and whatnot. Yes, Amy, I hear you. My one friend, her daughter is doing some stuff on Fiverr. Let me pull that up real quick here. So if you're a real estate investor, you might want to check them out. Reinvestor Ninja. So it's Amy Lopez out of Clarksville, Tennessee. Her daughter is creating videos for people. Let's see what else they're offering. Mia. Unfortunately, she was born into her own real estate investment business. So we make her do a lot of stuff, and so she's starting to sell a lot of that sort of stuff. So let's see, she got another one here too. I was trying to see what other services she offered. I'm not doing Fiverr that. So she got an accidental owner tab for your website. If you've got a website, you want to start marketing for accidental owners, people who inherit properties or just got an extra mortgage or extra property. So that's accidental owners. Mainly it's people who inherit properties. But I was hoping that we could figure out what other. Oh, so right now here's her two things that she's offering: create a real estate investor video for inherited properties, and create a custom webpage for accidental owners. So she's doing a great job. She's created a couple for me. We're getting those on our website. Anyway, so I'm just shouting out for Mia Lopez. So anyways, yeah, so check her out. She's going to add a lot more videos as time goes on and a lot more stuff, so she can help you out there. All right, so I guess at that point, it's been a whopping 35 minutes. You guys are out of here quick. If you have any questions, comments, whatnot, then leave them in below. Nope, the other way. Go ahead and like, subscribe, click the bell icon to be notified when I post stuff. And if you have questions, let me know. Appreciate you guys. Have a nice night or a nice day. Try and enjoy it, right? Don't go to any public parks. Well, you can go to public parks that don't have playground equipment. How about that? Booyah. All right, guys. See ya.